Hello everyone, welcome to another Level Up with Aaron video. Today I wanted to give you guys an introduction to a new game I'm playing and kind of do a rating on it. So kind of like a video game critique. I'm titling the video, "Is this game worth your time?" And with that I'm going to go through some of the details of the game, some of the what I think are the pros and the cons of the game, and pretty much just give you a real good overview, review, and kind of prepare you to see whether you want to jump into this game and enjoy it or move on to another game. So with that, let me get started. This is Rise of Civilization. So this is a strategy game. It's kind of like the other Civilization Empire games out there where basically you build up your town, you join an alliance, and within your alliance you take over a kingdom. So I'm zooming out on the map here so you can see this is my little civilization in this global kingdom. So my alliance is in this territory, all the blue houses, and then if I scroll out, you can see this is our kingdom. So all this area with what they call the fog, you have to expose it, cover it up. So as you can see, the kingdom is very large. I don't know the exact count of approximately how many players they put onto a kingdom before they consider it full. And within that, there's actually multiple kingdoms. So in this game, it's been around, I want to say, for at least a year or so. I'm not sure on the exact date of when it first started, but here they have civilization or kingdom number 1 or 1001, and then currently I am in kingdom 216 or 1216, and then they even have expanded 8 more kingdoms since I joined. So basically these would be like extra servers they're adding on. So once they hit a certain population point, I think they open up a new server. And I'd have to say new kingdoms open up approximately every 2 days. So don't feel like you're going to be behind the curve if you want to jump into this game now, because you can always join a new kingdom and everyone in that kingdom starts from the same point if you're in that kingdom when it opens. You can always join existing kingdoms. Of course, you're going to be behind everyone else as far as progress goes, or you, like I said, your best bet if you're a new player is to jump into a new kingdom. And also with that, I'm going to kind of tell you, um, watch a few videos on Jumper account for Rise of Civilizations, and that'll help you to get off to your best start. So I actually have 2 accounts, or I have 2 characters that I started. This was my first original character that I started the game with, like probably 2 to 3 weeks ago. After I got familiar with all the content of the game and all the tips and tricks, I went and restarted a brand new account. So you're able to have multiple characters on multiple kingdoms within this game. So definitely plenty to do. As you progress through the game, you'll get to a point where the everything takes longer to upgrade. So of course, this is just like all these mobile games. Pretty much every mobile base builder out there, there's a countdown timer, right? There's timers for everything in this game. So that is a little bit of a negative, but that's just the reality of these type of games. They're not instantaneously, and they pretty much use the timer to incentivize either buying in-game currency or speed ups, or you just be patient and progress through gradually that way. So that's kind of one of the pros and the cons that I want to talk about of this game. So uh, I'm going to start with the pro is there's a ton of stuff to do. So they have a ton of events going on all the time. There's new weekly events. Every day there's some sort of event where you're basically doing different quests, what I'm going to call quests, and to achieve certain rewards. So in this quest it says use 2,280 minutes worth of building speed ups, and then you get these rewards. So there's always things to do. And then within your alliance, you have your alliance tab down here. You're always able to help other people if they are in need of help because they're building buildings. Like I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upgrade one of my buildings right here. I'm going to upgrade this building. You push upgrade and then you click on the little hands, that's the helping hands. So the help request was sent successfully. So now it says I ask for help. So everybody who's on can go on there and click on their Alliance Center and donate time. So basically that's one way of speeding through some of the progress. Obviously it's not a huge chunk of time because they still want people to buy extra speed ups, but your teammates can help you. See, I got help from Nikki here. She helped me, and therefore my building completed building, and I didn't have to wait for that full timer to run out. So that's one of the pros of this game is there's a lot of social aspects to this game. So the chat, there's a lot of coordination, there's a lot of diplomacy between your alliance and the kingdom you're within. You know, you want to conquer strategic points throughout the map, and you do that with your alliance teammates, and you spread out, and then you're going to have, you can't basically, dominate the entire map, theoretically. So you're going to need to partner with other alliances. So there's a lot of communication between the leaders of these alliances, coordinating what points they're going to take on the map, and usually the stronger alliances are going to take the more dominant, um, you know, strategic resource points, etc., throughout the map. So you can see in this particular alliance, we have this Earth altar, and you can see I'm in aim 2, that's the name of my alliance for this character, and we occupy this. So we get the buffs from having this altar. So if you're into a lot of social diplomacy, definitely think that you would be interested in this game. You can do the social chat of this game is great. There's a lot of little, you can add in all the characters, you can tag points, you can share. And one of my favorite parts about this is the English translator. So if we're in an alliance, if I'm in an alliance with somebody that I don't speak the same language, that's no problem, because under every single communication, there's the ability to translate what that foreign language is into your language. So that makes communication easy in this, and it allows international alliances to be very successful. And I think that's a great thing. You can also do PMs, you can do private messages, and I'm not super social on this account, or even really on my other account, because I'm so busy, you know, just playing the game when I'm on. I don't have time to chat too much, but like I said, that's one of the pros, I guess, to the game is there's always stuff to be doing. So with your base here, so beyond upgrading it, you also have the ability to attack. So you can attack. There's either NPCs, or you can rally other people's bases. You can attack other people that are on your territory. And if I wanted to go here and attack him, or I could rally him, you can scout. So there's a lot of different options for you to do with your troops. You can also gather resources, so you can send troops around the map to collect resources from these various nodes, and that's how you collect your figures up here at the top, your stone, your wood, and your food, gold as well, in order to upgrade buildings. And with the cash players out there, of course, you're getting an advantage because you're buying in-game content. You can buy speed ups, you can buy power, you can buy special commanders. So every time you do an army, you send commanders to head that army. So they have what, like, I think 20 some odd commanders, or 30 commanders. So that's great. You can diversify your attacks, pick different commanders, and these commanders have specialty talents and skills which buff their troops. So you can customize your skill trees. So there's a lot of personalization that kind of comes into this game. You can really, tweak your combos, tweak your commanders, and make adjustments on the fly, and then actually do battle with these various combos, and compare numbers and stats. So I can see on my report here, I can go in and I can look at statistics from there on how my battle went against this other one. So this was a rally where this other teammate was ahead of that rally, and we, like 5 or 6 of us from the alliance, joined in to that group, and we all attacked the same NPC target together. So there's a lot of teamwork involved in this game. I'm going to show you the battle system. So beyond battling on the map, there's this other mode, which is basically like a single player mode. This is the expedition. You can go in here and you can compete. You go all the way down the chain, unlock, they get harder and harder in difficulty, and you get rewards. But you go in here and I'm going to show you the battle system. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. I've already done it. And you go, it tells you who you're fighting against. Maybe I'll start with an easy one, just that way I don't have to spend too much time on the setup. So I'm going to go back here. This is where it starts off with. So these are the two enemies you're attacking. You pick your commanders you want to bring to battle. You pick the number of troops of each category. So you have 3 primary categories, well 4, but 3 mostly of troops. You have swordsmen, you have cavalry, you have bowmen. You pick the quantities you want and then click ready. And then I can only bring 1 commander combo to this, so these other slots are unlocked because this is easy. This is the first mission, and you only start off with a couple commanders anyways. So when you get into battle, this will be what you'll encounter. So it's your troops headed by your commanders. If you can see some of the details on the commanders, and their graphics are differentiated from the troops. So you can see the commanders leading the cavalry, followed by the swordsmen, and then finally the archers are in the rear. So all of the other aspects are actually auto attack. So you strategically, especially when you have multiple armies, you kind of arrange them around the map to kind of take on the enemy, and then you let the autopilot kick in. So that's probably something that I would say that could be improved in the game. Like, one of the only things I think the game is really lacking in is in actual battle control. So I love that you've got your army and everything in here, but once you pretty much pick out your targets and you send them, you can stop them, you can reassign them. So there's a few minor things you can do during the actual battle itself. But otherwise, I wish that they had the ability where you could control the cooldowns of your commander. So you can see these little dots building up by her name. Well, these troops are so easy. Those are like your skill powers, and once that skill meter reaches the max, then she does a special ability. So all the commanders have their own special abilities, and then the rest of their abilities are passive. So I'm going to go ahead and quit this and just go back to the commanders here to show you. So like her number 1 ability, so it deals direct damage to the target and reduces its rage, which is the currency that other commanders use to generate their specials, and then it decreases the attack of the target's troops. So that's her number 1 active skill. You can see the top active skill. Then the other skills here are passive. So that means that they just occur, randomly, either throughout the battle or they're continuously ongoing. So bonus damage, rage restored, and healing. So, like I said, that would be something that I really think that could take the game to the next level, is if you could actually add more active abilities and then allow the players to actually trigger these active abilities during battle. So that's a lot of the pros. I'm going to jump into the cons real quick, which I've kind of already touched on a little bit. So everything in this game takes time. So that's obviously a con for most people because they don't want to sit and wait for all these timers to get done. So the only way you're gonna kind of deal with that con is you're either gonna spend real money or you're gonna have to be patient and just kind of walk away, right? So if you do really long upgrades, which all the upgrades obviously they scale. So the first couple days that you play this game and log on this account, there's going to be stuff for you to be constantly doing, So but as you go higher up in the city hall level of your base, then of course all the building upgrades take longer and longer and longer. So there is a large incentive for cash to be used and for pay to play. There is a lot of pay to play. That's one reason why I started this new account, is because I wanted to get as much of a head start. And by doing a jumper account, you're kind of getting this, it's a way to kind of get a head start on everybody else in a new civilization. So it allows you to be more competitive. So with this new jumper account that I created, my guy is in like the top 100 of the kingdom or so, and I'm in the top alliance of the kingdom, but that's only because of the little tips and tricks. Plus, I've spent approximately about $30 to $40 on this game. So there's tons of in-game purchases opportunities, and obviously there's different specials that come up. There's daily specials. There's tons of ways, for you to spend money out there, and some of them are better than others. I'm not going to go in any detail on that right now. I might do a follow-up video later with you guys, but like I said, I really just wanted to talk about the pros and cons of this game and tell you guys and help you make a decision whether this game is something you want to jump into or not. And, really decide for yourself by seeing this overview from me. So of course, all of your commanders you need to upgrade, right? So you get experience through battle, but then you only get these skill points through statues. And these statues can be received, and they'll tell you in various ways. So you can open them in free chests or in paid chests in the tavern in here, right? So these are the gold chests, which are the special chests. So these are more likely to unlock, special commanders. There's different tiers of commanders. There's legendary commanders. There's epic commanders. Let me see right here. Oh, it doesn't actually say on there. But yeah, so the different colors correspond to different tiers, and usually, obviously, the legendary ones with the gold or the orange background, these are the best, hypothetically, the best commanders in the game. But the game's pretty balanced in that respect. So even the ones, like I said, you don't have to be a cash player to have. Of course, if you want to be the best of the best, then yeah, it's gonna take some money, but if you're not, driven to be the very top of the top, then you can be very competitive with a free-to-play account too. Like I said, it just takes more time to do everything, right? You can use these books to upgrade your XP, and you use the statues to upgrade their skills, and then as you go up levels, you can pick new talents. So once again, there's a lot of customization in the game. There's a lot of social. There's tons of stuff to do. Like this game, probably you can almost, if you want to, you could be on it almost non-stop. See, I just helped my alliance teammates, and they have in turn, you can see that they've helped me. So all these things, I've got 18 out of 18 help possible for all these buildings that I've currently got going on. So it helps to be in a very active alliance if you're going to play. It'll make your experience a lot more fun, and there'll be a lot of things to do. So that's kind of a quick overview of the game. I hope I gave you guys some good information. If you want to see more videos about Rise of Civilizations, I'm probably going to be putting them out because after a few weeks here, I've been pretty sucked in. Like I said, I've already dropped $40 in the game, approximately $30 or $40, and I'm having fun playing it. I do like the fact that there's always something to do, and I always try to keep my builders busy, keep my upgrades going, keep my troops out, so I have my troops out farming resources. So try to keep them busy. And if you're in a busy alliance, there's always battles to join. See, I'm going to join his battle here. So this guy's starting a raid, and I joined his battle. So if you're in an active alliance, there's always stuff to do in your alliance and rallies and raids to make. So that makes the game a lot more fun. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to wrap up the video. It's a pretty in-depth review of the game, and hopefully you guys got some good information. And if you have any other questions or topics, please post them. And if you don't already, thanks for tuning in, and keep leveling up.